Good evening, everyone. So, where were we yesterday? We had ended till Xmas scan. Okay. So, one more thing I have to tell you that you can also able to install the Nmap in your Windows operating system too. Okay. See, my screen is visible to all of you. See, I already installed Nmap tool in my machine. So I'm able to run the nmap command in my Windows operating system too. Okay. So let's boot my Kali Linux operating system. Then I will show you. So each and every command, whatever I run in Kali Linux operating system, we can also run in our Windows operating system also. And we can also able to run each and every Linux operating system. So this tool we can able to run in each and every operating system. Okay, whether it is Kali Linux or Ubuntu or CentOS or your Windows operating system, just we have to install first Nmap tool over there. So for Windows, you have to download first Nmap tool from the internet. Then you can able to run the commands. Got it? So I am opening up my terminal. Okay, if config command to check the IP address, and IP address is 192.168.31.27. Now see, nmap space -s t. Okay, -st space 192.168.31.27. Host seems down. Ping 192.168.31.27. It is pinging. Okay, I got it. Okay, not an issue. What I'm going to do, I'm just open my Windows 10 operating system in my virtual machine. Nmap local host. See, when I run the command nmap localhost, it is actually showing my own base operating systems information. Actually, localhost means my own machine. So with the help of nmap, I commanding it that kindly scan my own machine and tell me what are the open ports are there. So it is showing some open ports, but none of any open port is malicious or vulnerable. Okay. These are some open ports are there, but these are not vulnerable open ports. Means the attacker could not able to do anything if these ports are open. Okay, so that means this machine is safe. Now, Nineteen. Okay, and map space hyphen st 192.168.31 dot 27 C. So in my Kali Linux operating system, I actually scan my Kali Linux operating system, see how many ports are open. So many ports are open. Why? Because so many tools and the protocols I have run over there. For Eco also there is a port. For TCP MUX there is also a port. Okay. FTP data, FTP, SSH, Telnet, SMTP, RSFF, DSP, time, name server, who is. So for each and every command and the tool also, these particular tools are working on behalf of some port number. So that's why it is showing so many ports number over here. Because in Kali Linux, I told you earlier, so many tools we are running in Kali Linux operating system, which we cannot able to run in other Linux operating systems. Okay, so that's why so many port numbers are showing in an open state. Okay, so where I run this command in Windows operating system. So what you have to do, you have to just uh, see, this is the setup. So you have to just download the Nmap setup from the internet and just install this exe file in your Windows operating system, and you can easily run the nmap commands in Windows operating system like me. So each and every command, whatever the command we actually read yesterday, we learned yesterday, we can able to run here also. Okay. Now see, if I am running nmap space local host, I am scanning my own machine. See carefully. I scanned my machine itself and it is showing 135 port number is open, 445 and 5357 is open. Okay. Now from Kali Linux operating system, now see the power of Kali Linux. Nmap space hyphen SV 19. 19 is the IP address now. Yes. Now see, when it runs, when it scans its own machine, it shows only 3 ports are open. Okay. And when I scanned with Kali Linux operating system, so it is showing 5 ports are open. So when Windows operating system scanning itself, it is not finding out that these port numbers are open. Which port numbers are open? It is showing 139 is not there, and 139 is not there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 ports are there. 139 it is not showing. And 139 port number is a vulnerable port number. Okay, what it exactly doing? I am telling you. You know about the SMB protocol? Anyone?
No, sir.
No, you didn't heard about the SMB protocol?
Sir,
No,
I
sir.
guess cloud में use होता है.
No. SMB is the full form of SMB is server message block. Okay. And this protocol is used for providing shared access to files, printers, and serial ports. That means Windows operating system actually using SMB protocol for the sharing purpose, for share the drives, for sharing the files, for sharing the printer. Okay. So by default in Windows operating system, what are shared, what particular folders or the drives are by default shared in Windows operating system? Did you know? If suppose that you installed the Windows operating system, what are the stuff would be shared by the Windows operating system by default?
Applications that are provided by Windows.
No,
Windows OS.
no.
सर जिससे एडमिन राइट्स में वो
देखो, look. I'm checking right now. I'm just checking it. Okay, wait a minute. 2.168.31.19. Hmm. See, there is one default drive is actually shared in Windows operating system. That is C dollar. Okay, C dollar means C drive. The admin dollar, that is also default administrative share is there. That means administrator to access the root partitions. So these are actually default sharing would be provided by the Windows operating system. And what is net BIOS over SMB? Net BIOS over SMB means there is a, if we check out the port number, what is the port number of SMB? The port number of SMB is 445. Okay. So the port number of SMB is 440, the default port number. So never open the default port number over here. So what exactly here is happening? Net BIOS over SMB is actually opened up. So if someone attack on the net BIOS over the SMB, he will get the default shared drives, which is actually shared by the Windows operating system. Okay. So here,
Sir,
when
ये
it scan
open
itself,
किया, but आपको NetBIOS
yeah,
open SMB क्यों कह रहे
see net BIOS
हैं?
name, you know what is net BIOS? You know what is net BIOS? Net BIOS means network basic input output system. Okay. And it is an API that enables application on different computers to communicate over a local area network. Okay. That means a workgroup network. A workgroup network. That is an example. See here. Properties. Device name. This is your net BIOS name, and from where I am able to check it, rename this PC. No, not from here. The option is actually changed. Wait a minute, I am checking it. Device manager, remote desktop, system protection, rename the PC advanced. See here, it is showing it. The particular machine is runs under the work group. Okay, so when each and every machine which is connected in a LAN and each and every Windows operating system is works under the work. So that is, this is your NetBIOS name and that is work under the work group. So at that time, you can also able to access the machine with the help of computer name. Okay. So that enables an application on different computer communicate over the LAN network. So LAN network means these particular from this name, if you are able to access Windows operating system with the help of the name, that would be provided by the NetBIOS when it is connected with the workgroup. If you are changing workgroup to domain, that means now the environment is client server architecture. So what it is exactly doing, the NetBIOS over the NetBIOS actually resolving the computer name to IP address and IP address to computer name, not domain name. This exactly the NetBIOS did. Okay.
But it is settings में permissions allowed होनी चाहिए. तभी तो
No,
private public.
no, nothing, no permission would be allowed. If you connecting two machines in a single network, you by default you can able to access both the machine with the help of IP address also, with the help of computer name also.
Actually, sir, I tried transferring data through LAN cable, but
Okay.
उसमें क्या होता है कि हमें थोड़ा publicly मतलब settings में जाके network settings से publicly.
That is your firewall. That is your firewall setting. That is a different thing. The firewall is protecting your machine. That is a different thing. But suppose if you are allowing a machine to send the traffic over the network and to receive the traffic by its port, then you can be able to access by IP address also and the name also. That is a different thing. The firewall is actually protecting or filtering the traffic I already told
Sir,
you.
my question is कि अगर वो firewall वाली चीज अगर private है तब भी it's possible.
Means
जो अभी बोला आपने कि firewall
fire
वाली चीज है तो अगर वो
firewall
चीज अभी protect कर रही है उसके होते हुए
firewall.
भी क्या?
Wait a minute. I am opening the firewall. So you are saying that this private network is firewall is on.
एक्चुअली सर वो कंट्रोल पैनल में नेटवर्क सेटिंग्स में जाके ईथरनेट को पर्टिकुलरली प्रॉपर्टीज में जाके जो करना
This
होता है.
is also the firewall setting. Okay. You are opening up with the network properties. I am directly opening it. Both are the same thing. If this private network is on, okay, then you have to provide the inbound and outbound rule. Otherwise, it will not communicate. That is a simple thing. The traffic would be stopped there. Got it? It is all about the firewall. And the NetBIOS name is a different thing.
जो आपने बोला inbound and outbound क्या करना पड़ेगा सर?
Inbound and outbound, you have to provide the firewall rules. Firewall. No, this is firewall network connection, firewall through firewall, allow the app through firewall.
सर वो थर्ड वाला एडवांस.
Which Windows under firewall? Yeah, this one.
Yes, इसमें एडवांस सेटिंग्स.
Advanced settings. Here you can able to click on the new rule and create your rule. Suppose that if you want to provide the rule for the port, TCP port, specific port number, provide the specific port number. Okay, to that particular port number, the traffic would be denied. Wait a minute, guys. Yeah. So suppose that you specified a port number 80, suppose that. Then next. Then what you want to do? Allow the connection, block the connection. So it will block it. Now, if we check the program, the specific program, which program you want to allow it or block it from the program files. Or suppose that if you want to do the custom rule, so you can also able to do that one also. If you want to provide the services, allow or deny, you can also able to do from here. So that is the panel through which you can able to do the inbound. You can able to configure the inbound rules and outbound rules. It means whoever enter into your machine and from your machine who will able to get exit from your particular machine. The traffic filtration. Okay. So if you on the if you're in your firewall, if private network is on, then you have to configure this inbound and outbound rule and allow the particular traffic to exit from your network or to enter to your network. That's all.
इसका मतलब सर अगर प्राइवेट फायरवॉल ऑन है और अगर हमने ट्रैफिक अलाउ नहीं कर रखा है इनबाउंड आउटबाउंड तो शेयरिंग नहीं हो सकती है.
No. That is the purpose of firewall, na? The purpose of firewall to filter the traffic who we want to allow it or deny it. So if the firewall is on, each and everything is denied by default. Implicit deny is applied over there.
इसका मतलब जो आप कमांड बता रहे थे वो तब feasible है जब हमारे फायरवॉल ऑफ है.
Which command?
जो आप रिमोटली कनेक्ट करने की बात कह रहे थे अभी, जो टीसीपी वो जो पोर्ट 445 एसएमबी नेट बायोस वाला.
Yeah, obviously. If suppose that the private network is off over there, and if an attacker at that particular moment he tries to attack on it, so he can able to do that. Otherwise, there are some tools are also over there which bypass the firewall. It is not like that firewall is powerful. He protect each and everything at every time. Okay, so there are the tools. In my condition, suppose that IP config 185 185. See, the firewall is on, but it is also showing you the traffic, open port. So that is the power of command. That is the power of tool. What exactly the tool is attacker is actually using to finding out the information or to attack on the target machine. Okay, so each and everything is possible. You look, the Twitter is hacked. So when Twitter is hacked, what type of firewall is not deployed over there? What type of IDS, IPS is not deployed over there? Which type of SIEM is not deployed over there? Each and every kind of security system is deployed in Twitter's infrastructure. Then also the Twitter is hacked. That means each and everything would be hacked. It is depend upon the attacker what exactly the vulnerability he finds out over there. Got it? That's why whenever we are actually going to an organization and telling them that we are going to secure your infrastructure or your website, they ask me, are you 100% sure you can able to protect me? Or they can also ask us that if you are 100% sure, then give me a return. So we are denied it. We always tell them, if any human is managing your network, so the human error is always possible. So nothing would be 100% sure. Otherwise, why you are actually setting up all those devices over here? Your security system, why you are deploying the security system over here? Why you are deploying the SIEM environment over here? So that's why attack is always possible. Our responsibility that we are trying our level best to find out that who exactly going to do the attack in our infrastructure. We are doing the job that most of the attacks which would be done by the attacker, we can notify it, we can get send the notifications to the organization, we can get the notification to the cyber experts, and then also we have to protect from those attacks. So first initialize the attack, then remediation of the attack. You look in daily basis, I think so near about thousands of attacks are being doing on daily basis in India only. Daily basis. That means when millions of attacks would be done by an attacker, then at a probability of 1 or 2 attacks would be successful. That is the probability. Okay. So attackers are actually doing the attack on the daily routine, but some of an attack is only happened, like in AIMS, their server would be crashed. It actually encrypted their own, they encrypt the all in servers database over there, so they can't able to access those servers. Okay, so there are so many possibilities are there. So whatever you do, there is a way to crack that one. So we are always looking after the possibilities which would be considered by the attacker to do the attacks. Okay. If you want to check an appropriate port number, that you can also able to check it. Suppose that in Kali Linux operating system, I am running the command nmap space hyphen s capital U and IP address of dot 31 dot 19. First, my virtual machine. Okay. And if you only want to check port number, I am exactly testing a particular port like 445. So it is showing. Now what it is showing when I check with the operator SU for 445, it is showing the 445 port is closed. Here it is showing 445 port is open for 185. Okay, not an issue. I am checking for 19. See, now it is showing port number 445 open. When we use the operator SV and when we are using the operator SU, it is showing the 445 port number is closed. Now, if I am not providing any specific port number, then see what it is actually showing us. SU means with the help of UDP port numbers. Okay. So for the UDP, I'm actually specifying the UDP and these are the TCP ports. So that's why here it is showing for the UDP 445 is closed. But for the 445 with TCP, it is opened. Got it? So U means UDP. Okay. If I provided -ST, that means TCP. So these are the different. Why it is not actually showing us? Because none of any UDP port number is opened over here. That's why it is not showing us. Okay. Now I'm trying to use one more -P port number 80 traceroute gu.ac.in. What I am exactly doing, I am exactly trying to show all the routes from source machine to the exact destination web server. So I am trying to check out all the routes. So these are all the routes are there. It is showing geo fiber, geo connection is there in my mouse, and see it is sending to the web server, which is exactly deployed over the Amazon Web Services. And this is the IP address where it is exactly hosted. So it shows the path of the or route of the domain name aspirevisiontech.com. Now see, it is showing it is webhostedbox.net. Okay, webhostbox.net. This is the IP address. And if suppose that I am trying to check out ziptech.in. See, its IP address is this one. It is hosted on somewhere else, not in the AWS cloud. It is also not hosted in AWS cloud. This one is hosted in AWS cloud environment. So like this, we can also check the root of the particular web server. And nmap space hyphen su hyphen p500. See, 500 is exactly related to the UDP port. So it is showing that the port number 500 is open for ISA KMP. Something is there, ISA KMP service is there. For that, the 500 port number is opened. 1001. 1001 port number for UDP is closed. Okay. So like this, if you know the specific port number, UDP port number, you can able to check it with the help of specific port numbers. Suppose that I am trying to see -SS. Okay, pin scan for the 19 and the specific port number is 1001. For the TCP also it is closed, for the UDP also it is closed. Okay, now I am doing Xmas scan. For the Xmas scan also it is showing the port is closed. Okay. One more method you can able to find out the IP addresses in a particular network. 192.168.1.1/24. Sorry. 31.1. 31.1 is the gateway. Okay. So I am checking the gateway. Now see. These all machines are actively running in my network. 31.1, 31.19, 31.58 is also host is up. MAC address is this one. 31.73 is also up. So some of is our mobile network which is connected right now in my with my Wi-Fi, and it is also showing what are exactly the devices are connected, like cloud network technology, Singapore, PTA, some mobile is connected, Intel, it is a machine, means computer machine, latent technology, it is also a computer machine or a laptop, it is also Intel corporate, it is also a machine. 185 is my machine address, 27 is my Kali Linux operating system. This is another one's laptop. So like this, we can also able to find out the IP addresses. Okay. Suppose that I find out all these IP addresses. Okay. Now suppose that if you want to find with looking these IP addresses, we are not able to judge which particular IP is exactly running in which operating system. Suppose if you want to check which operating system is running with these IP addresses, this is called as operating system fingerprinting, OS fingerprinting. Okay. So for OS fingerprinting, if you want to check it, so what you have to do, you have to just ping this particular device. Okay. So ping space, suppose that I am pinging with 185, 192 with 185. Now see, it is showing the TTL value. So you know about the TTL value, what is TTL value is?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
It means the time to live.
Okay, this is the full form of TTL. What it exactly showing to us?
It tells us how many times a particular packet can be routed across the routers until it is discarded. So for
Yeah,
every router it reach, it is reduced.
yeah, fine. Right. So time to live means whenever I try to ping this IP address, it sends a echo request packet to the destination machine. So this packet would receive by the destination machine for how long the packet is actually held by the destination machine, that is exactly tell by the TTS, time to live, and then discard that packet and reply to the source machine. That particular time is actually showing here. With this TTL value, I am able to recognize which operating system is running over there. If the TTL value is near about 120 to 130 or 140, that means in destination machine, the Windows operating system is running on. And suppose that from the Windows operating system, if I run 192.168.31.27, now it is showing the TTL value 64. So if the TTL value in between 60 to 70 or 75, that means the particular destination, the Linux operating system is running on. This is a one way by which we can able to check out what exactly the operating system is running in the machine.
Sir, reason behind it and what is for Mac OS?
For the Mac operating system, it is also TTL value is 64. Okay.
And sir, reason
Reason means both
detail,
both
yes,
both the operating systems, the holding of a particular packet is different. Okay. For the Windows operating system, it is actually hold for 128 milliseconds. But for Linux operating system, it only holds for 64 milliseconds. It is the functionality of the operating system. Okay. One more thing you see, if I run the ping command in Windows operating system, by default, it only ping 4 times. That means only 4 times the echo request and echo reply packets are been sending and receiving. But in the Linux operating system, if you are running, it will continue sending the echo request and echo reply. It will not ends up. Okay. We have to break the particular session. So these are the functionality of the operating system. So how long to hold or to use the packet before discarding. So this is actually depend upon the operating system. In the programming of the operating system, it is actually defined over there. These TTL values should not be changed. You check whether you can able to check it also in each and every Windows operating system. Suppose there is one more Windows operating system is there. It is showing 128. Okay. So recently, whatever the Windows operating system is running on, the TTL value is near about 128. Previously, when Windows lower version had been introduced in the market, like Windows 95, 98, so at that time, the TTL value is 32. So that is actually defined in the operating system.
सर कैन यू रिपीट कि टीटीएल आखिर मतलब रिप्रेजेंट क्या कर रहा है?
एक्चुअली में टीटीएल देखो रिप्रेजेंट ये करता है कि अगर कोई सोर्स मशीन ट्रबल शूट कर रहा है कि पर्टिकुलर डेस्टिनेशन मशीन जो है वो मेरे नेटवर्क से कनेक्टेड है कि नहीं है, तो उसके लिए वो इको रिक्वेस्ट पैकेट को सेंड करता है नेटवर्क में टू द डेस्टिनेशन मशीन. सो ये बताता है, इट टेल्स दैट रिसिपिएंट, जो रिसिपिएंट है मींस डेस्टिनेशन मशीन, हाउ लॉन्ग टू होल्ड और यूज द पैकेट बिफोर डिस्कार्डिंग. अपने पास से पैकेट को डिस्कार्ड करने से पहले कितनी देर तक अपने पास होल्ड करेगा और उस पैकेट को यूज करेगा. कौन सा पैकेट, हम किस पैकेट की बात कर रहे हैं? हम रिक्वेस्ट पैकेट की बात कर रहे हैं. पिंग के कंडीशन में रिक्वेस्ट पैकेट की बात कर रहे हैं.
128 टाइम की वैल्यू है मतलब
128 टाइम पीरियड है. इतने टाइम पीरियड के लिए
यूनिट क्या है? मिली सेकेंड्स.
हाँ, ये देखो टाइम सब मिली सेकेंड्स में है ना, इतने देर के लिए कर रहा है. ये मिली सेकेंड्स लिखे हैं, कितने मिली सेकेंड्स के लिए होल्ड किया. टीटीएल की अपनी एक वैल्यू है, टाइम टू लिव.
ओके सर.
ठीक. Now, for information gathering, there is a command var web. Okay. With the help of var web command, we can also able to find out the information about the website. Suppose that http://aspirevisiontech.com. Aspirevisiontech.com. Let's see what it is exactly showing to us. So it is showing, this is the domain name 200. Okay, 200 means it is the status code. 200 means the status code is okay. It is actually whatever the request I send it to this particular website, this particular domain and the IP address receive my request successfully and respond to me. Okay. Other informations are cookies information is there, email ID information is there. Server, Nginx server is running in this particular web server. So for running this web server, it is actually running the Nginx server for deploying the web server. HTTP only LARA level session is there. So LARA level session means it is a vulnerability. Then the IP address, jQuery, LARA level, Lightbox, script, text, Java, Skia. Title is Aspire Vision Tech Education. Best Summer Training Internship Placement Center in India. It is a title which is exactly showed in the source code. So it pulled that particular thing from the source code. So these are the information would be pulled by the web. Okay. Now suppose that if I am running the command curl space aspire vision tech.com. Okay, each and everywhere I am using aspirevisiontech.com because this is my domain name. If suppose that you want to check or you want to find out the information of a particular website, so there is a website called what happened?
Sir, can I also ping Aspire Vision dot tech?
Yeah, you can also check it, but one more website I am showing you, that is testphp.worldweb.com. Okay.
सर आपने जो ये होस्ट कर रखी है ये 24/7 अप रहती है.
Yeah, it is a global website. Okay, it is deployed over the internet. But for the cyber security students, okay, Acunetics is an organization who provide this particular website to do the to do the attacks. Okay, this is a demo website which is actually deployed by Acunetics, testphp.worldweb.com. So you can also use this particular website. No one is going to ask you why you actually doing any kind of footprinting, any kind of information gathering, or any kind of attack. If you are doing in this particular website, no one is going to ask you, because this website is actually created for this purpose. Okay. And aspirevisiontech.com, that is my company's domain name. You can also able to do that one also. No one is going to ask you why you actually scan my network. I am here. I will tell them that my students are doing this. Okay? So always remember it. Always remember, without target's knowledge, you do not scan, do not do any footprinting in a domain name. So whatever the domain name I am showing over here, kindly do only over there. Graphic Era website I am doing because you are the student of the Graphic Era. I'm the person who is taking the classes over there. So they actually know us. If they will ask me, I will tell them that I am only demonstrating the students. If you are doing, then you will tell I am only doing the task for the knowledge. So we have an answer. So we should have an answer to satisfy the organization why we are actually doing this. We are not doing any malicious kind of thing. We are not doing offensive step over there. We are just doing for the knowledge purpose. So if they are satisfied with our answer, then there is not any issue over there. Okay.
सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था, जैसे कि ये worldweb.com टेस्ट PHP एंड आपकी वो जो एस्पायर विजन है, अगर ये ओपन है अटैक के लिए, तो जब इतने सारे अटैक करेंगे तो ये सस्टेन कैसे कर रही है, मैनेज कैसे कर रही है?
Because none of any database is connected with this website, na? See, whatever the website, the attackers is not going to attack on the website. They actually need the data. So if any particular database is connected with the appropriate website, then only attackers' motive would be finished. Otherwise, there is no any purpose of the attacker to do the attack. So my particular websites are open, do the attack. I don't have any issue because none of any database is connected with the website. Got it? So organizations are conducting or performing the VAPT on those particular website, which is exactly connected with the database. They are handling or managing the database with the web console, web portal, or they are actually conducting the VAPT to their web applications. Okay, they are also conducting the VAPT to the mobile applications. If those particular applications are connected with the database, they are fetching out the database, they are inserting the database. They are also doing the VAPT to check out the APIs. Okay, so wherever the data is connected, then only the problem is there. Otherwise, nothing would be done by the attacker. What they will do? They attack on my website and they change my web page. That's it. We have the source code. We again launch that website properly. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. Nice question. That is a nice question. If the websites are actually open, then why it is open? Why not an attacker is actually?
सर मतलब
Yeah,
vulnerability सामने रखी हुई है एक ने और सब लोग अगर अटैक कर रहे हैं, तो how is it sustaining?
Yeah, of course, it is a very good question. But the purpose is The data is the purpose. The database is the purpose. The information is the purpose. So in first class, I told you about the information security. If nothing, then if none of any information is providing by the website, then there is no need to do the attacks by the attacker. What he will do by hack our website? Nothing he will got. He will got our source code. That's it. What will he will do with my source code? If they have only just for the fun, he will change my source code. My page some for the particular time period. My page is showing some other stuff. That is not that is only he can able to do. But that is only for a fun purpose. The attacker is not able to do or harm or do any harm for us. Okay, he doesn't harm us by attacking on these particular websites. And the websites who are actually handling the database servers, they are the organizations actually monitoring them each and every time. 24/7 it is monitored. And if any attack is trying to do by the attacker, it will notify them. Okay, that much security is there according to the data which is stored inside or connected with the website.
That's fine.
Curl. So there is one more command, curl. I am running with testphp.vulnerweb.com. So if it is showing like this, so there is a vulnerability. It is showing so much source code over here. See, but if suppose that if I curl gu.ac.in, it is only showing this much. Okay.
So curl command is basically just doing
Curl command is basically used if suppose that you have only terminal. Okay, you only have a Linux terminal. You do not have a browser. So how would you going to how would you able to find out whether my website is browsable or not? Whether the website is browsable or not? It is browsing or not browsing? But because you do not have the web browser, so with the help of curl command, if curl space domain name we are specifying, if it is showing us this particular parameter, that means the website is exactly running. Otherwise, the website is not running. Okay. Okay, if it is not showing anything, curl space aspire vision tech.com. No, sorry. Tech.com. See, it is also a vulnerable website. It's showing all the source code over here. See, got it? So the servers who is actually showing the source code, that is not secure. The source code should be secure, otherwise it should be hacked and change the web page. That is only been done by the attacker, nothing more than that.
सर बेसिकली आप मतलब थोड़ा इलाबोरेट कर सकते हो कि अगर ये वाली वल्नरेबिलिटी निकल रही है तो उससे कैसा अटैक्स होता है और क्या हो सकता है उससे, जैसे आप ये वाला
that exactly is actually studying in the VAPT, in penetration testing. Okay. I am only showing you the prospects, but if I want to show you in the described format, so then you have to study about the VAPT, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. So there are so many tools are there. Wait a minute. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Downloads. Not this one. Hmm. 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 Okay, wait a minute. I will show you one thing. I'm just stopping my screen sharing for a while. Because there are some confidential materials are here in my laptop or regarding actually for other organizations. Okay, so that's why I stopped the presentation. I have to check. I'm actually going to show you a demo document. So I have to find out that one. Okay. Now I'm showing you. These are some demo reports, okay? Not exactly the actual reports. I'm not going to show you the actual reports because those are confidential reports are there. Okay, so I'm always doing some test reports are there. Why I have the test reports? Because the organizations are actually demanding what exactly you are going to do and how you are actually going to submit the report to us. Okay, so that's why I'm showing you. This is a summary. Okay, now see, total vulnerabilities are 4 vulnerabilities medium and 7 low vulnerabilities are there. 11 passive web application vulnerabilities are there. Risk patterns. So like this, we have to submit the report. Okay. Vulnerability by target. Now it will show you at this particular aspirevisiontech.com. I have done the demo report. I am submitting the demo report to the organization and tell them that something, this kind of report I will submit you.
Sir, I have a question.
Wait a minute, I will get your question. Wait a minute.
Yes.
I want to show the exact vulnerability which I find out. Okay, and this is a short report. Okay, This is a very basic report. See, there is a CSP header not set. This is a vulnerability is there, which is a medium severity is there. Then I describe the particular vulnerability. Content security policy in an header layer security helps you detect the mitigate certain attacks. Cross-site scripting is there. You can, your website is exactly a malicious or it is infected by the cross-site scripting. The attacker will able to inject the commands in your web portal. Okay. So description is there, solution is providing, ensure that your web server, web application server, load balancer configured at the content security policy header. It should be content CSP header is not set it. So set the, so our duty is only to tell them what exactly is the problem. Then their responsibility is to resolve that particular issue, because they are not going to give us the source codes now. So they are actually resolving the, we are only telling them that set your security policy header. So they will set it. Missing anti-clickjacking header. The response does not protect against clickjacking attack. So there is a clickjacking attack is possible over there. The solution is modern web browser support content security policy and X-frame HTTP header. Ensure one of them for all web pages. So these are the solutions which we are providing. Then the responsibility of the organizations, they will secure it. Then again, we will retest it. Whether whatever we told them, they exactly done the job or not. Then we close our report. Okay. So right now I only showed you this one. So this is the basic task which by which I am going to get through it, that the particular problem is there. There is a vulnerability in the website, but we have to find out inline vulnerabilities. Then after that, we have to go with the penetration testing. Now ask me.
Sir, you already answered my question.
Okay. Fine. So like this, the particular, then this is also a report is there. See, this is the described report I have created. So like this, we are actually doing our task. So by these commands, we are actually go through a basic stuff that there is a core vulnerability is there in the website. Then we are start to doing our job. Then we create a whole report. Then we doing the vulnerability assessment, providing the report, providing the documents. Then after that, we are going with the penetration testing. Then we are actually showing them that, see, whatever the vulnerabilities we are showed here, we can able to do those, what exactly the vulnerability is there, how the attacker is going to use those vulnerability and attack on your machines. So that we are actually going to show them. Got it? So there is a very vast procedure is there. So first of all, you have to go through with the basic portions. Okay. Then with the advanced portions. Okay. I'm trying to run a command. GPP colon double backslash aspire vision.com. Failed. Name or service not known. Aspire vision. Okay. Now see what it has exactly done. Cat index.html file. See, with the help of this command, I am able to download the source code. And this is the source code file. cd/ls cd double t attack ls. Nothing is there. Now again I am running the command. See, it download the whole source code over there. Okay. If I run this command, it is also downloaded, but I don't think so. This is the exact source code is there. But this is how you can able to download the index.html file. Okay. To space hyphen post aspirevision.com. First, I am checking it whether it is running or not. Then I will tell you what exactly it is actually doing. Yeah, it is running. So what exactly Nitto is? Nitto is an open source web application scanner, which will be used to grab a banner of the website. Okay, which is exactly grab a banner of the website. So just check what exactly the banner is fetching by this Nitto tool over the aspirevisiontech.com. Right now it is showing the IP address, the host name, the port number, starting time. It is running the Nginx server. These information we already know about. Server banner changed from Nginx to Apache. Okay. Cookies it already showed before. So these are the banners which it exactly showing to me right now. Okay. So I'm breaking this command. Then we are going to run Dimitri. So Dimitri means deep magic information gathering tool. Okay. So its ability to gather as much as information as possible about the host. So let's see whether it is able to gather the information or not. -pb space aspire vision See, for this particular website, which is running over the internet, it is showing this is the IP address. For this particular IP address, these ports are open. 21 port number is open. Welcome to the pure FTPD. Now it is showing you about the FTPD. FTPD is the service name of the FTP server. 220 you are a user number 62150 allowed. Local time port number 22 is also opened. 22 is for the SSH. So open SSH, the version of the open SSH is not latest. So that's why there is a open SSH vulnerability is also there. This is a very dangerous vulnerability. If there is an open SSH vulnerability is available in a particular website or in a particular IP address, then we can able to attack on the SSH server, and we can able to take over the remote shell of the target machine. Okay, it is a very dangerous vulnerability. Then after that, TCP 26 port number is open, and this is not a big deal. 53 port number is open. So this is a DNS server. So wherever the DNS server is deployed for this particular domain name, that port number is also opened. So someone is attack on the DNS server, he can also able to change the informations of this domain name. So this much information we can able to find out with the Dimitri tool.
Sir, means currently this Aspire Vision Tech have this vulnerability open SSH.
Yeah, what?
Currently your aspirevisiontech.com has this vulnerability or not, open SSH one.
Yeah, OpenSSH vulnerability is there. Yes, there is a vulnerability. Any questions? Wait a minute, guys. Yeah. So do you have any doubt? I'm audible?
No, sir.
Now I'm showing you some more commands. Suppose that I told you yesterday that there are 0 to 65,535 port numbers are there. Suppose that if you want to scan each and every port number of a particular IP address, nmap space hyphen s capital S hyphen p hyphen then the IP address that is 31 dot 19. So it will scan all the 65,535 port numbers. Hyphen P hyphen means just scan all the port numbers. But when it scan all the port numbers, it find these port numbers are being opened. So before that, it is showing only 4 ports would be opened there. Now it is showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 ports. Now, right now it is showing 11 open ports are there. Okay. So like this, attacker is going to use multiple commands to finding out the information. It is only an information gathering. We are only doing a network scanning and fetching the information, nothing more than that. By this, we can able to understand which port numbers are running in a particular server. In those particular port numbers, how many port numbers are opened. Then after that, he will recognize it, the particular IP address which operating system is running. If this is the operating system, and if there is none of any server port are running over there, that means this is not a server operating system. Here, none of any port is exactly related to the services which would be provided by the server. Okay. Now, if I am just shutting down my Windows operating system and running my Metasploitable operating system, because if we talk about the Linux operating system is a pure server operating system. Means there will the client version of Linux operating system is not available. Linux is not providing any client version of operating system. So whenever you are installed a Linux operating system in your machine, that means that particular machine purely a server operating system. So I'm just starting up my Metasploitable operating system, which is a Linux vulnerable operating system. And each and every services, the server services are being available over here. So I'm starting up this machine, then again we will do the network scanning of each and every port number, then we will see what exactly it is showing to us. MSF admin is the username, MSF admin is the password. Okay, if config 116 is the IP address. Okay. 116. 116. Now see, 21 port number is related to the server. 22 is also for the server. 23 is for telnet. 25 for SMTP. That is also a server protocol. 53 is also DNS. That is also for the server. So like this, these all are the server port numbers. Server port numbers means the protocols which is actually using these particular protocols are runs only in the server operating system, except telnet. Telnet is not belongs to any particular client or server. The telnet is actually belongs to a normal protocol, which is actually used for the remote access without any security. Except this, all these servers, all these protocols or services, it is showing services. And for these particular services, now what exactly the attacker is actually finding out? First, it find out the IP address. Then after that, it is going to find out the vulnerabilities in that particular machine. So after searching for each and every IP address, he will got that this particular machine, there is a vulnerability. I will show you later on when I will tell you about the attacks. At that time, I will show you how to attack on the port number 21, how we are going to attack on the port number 22. Okay, how going to attack on the port number 80 like this. So except this, there are some more port number above 1000. REMI registry, NFS is there. So the basic concept is the organizations, if we talk about the organizations, they are exactly not running their services in the default. So there it will not show you 21 port number, 22 port number, 25 port number, 53 port number. It will not show you like this. First thing. Second thing, it will not show you that 53 port number is open. It always been closed or filtered. It will not show you that SMTP port number is open. It is very dangerous. We can able to run a campaign, an email campaign, we can able to run in the mail server. Okay. So these port numbers always been filtered or closed. These all port numbers. First thing, and second thing, these particular port numbers are not running in the default port numbers. These services are not running in the default port numbers. It is actually secured, very secured. Why? Because these are actually providing, this is providing the remote, this is providing the remote shell. SSH is providing the remote shell. FTP is exactly providing you the share folders, which is exactly shared or publicly shared over the internet. Okay, so like this, it is very secure. They are actually providing them very secure, and they are not accessing in the default port numbers. They are changed their port number. So what will happen? Some these port numbers will be shown, and it will not show you the particular service over there. Then after that, MySQL is running on. So like this it scanned all 65,535 port number. Total 536 port numbers are there. Okay, so in last is showing something? No. Okay, fine. Now after that, if suppose that you want to check the name of the operating system, so nmap space hyphen vv hyphen capital O space hyphen T4 space hyphen S capital S and then the IP address. Dot 31 and I'm going to provide 116 RP. Let's see what it is showing. Hmm. -VV provide the verbose version, O for the operating system, T for the, it is actually providing the speed. Okay. And SS you already know, service, check the service. Starting the Nmap, ARP, ping scan is there. Hmm. See, it is running since stealth scan, bypassing the firewall. Then after that, it is showing the open port numbers for the particular IP addresses. Okay, for the particular IP address. Okay, fine. Then after that, it is showing the open ports as well as the service name. See, the tag is there. C. Linux operating system is running. It is showing clearly over here. Okay. So it is the OS fingerprinting. Suppose that if I run this command, try to run this command with 85. So 185 is my base operating system. Let's see what it is exactly showing to us. It is showing the name of the machine. Okay, computer name of the machine. Then after that, the port number with TCP. Then the open port, service name, device warning, OS scan result may unreliable because could not find at least one open, one closed port. Microsoft Windows 10. It is guessing, but the guess is right. Okay, so it is find out what operating system is running in the target machine. Before that, we are finding out with the TTL value. Now we are run the command and exactly finding out the target machine's operating system. Got it? If suppose that you want to store this particular result, whatever the result it is showing, if you want to store this result inside a particular file, you can also able to do that one. You just create a file over there. Suppose that I am anna.txt. I'm creating this file name and I want that whatever the result is showing or pulled by this particular command, it will redirect to this file. Anna.txt, bi space anna.txt, now see. So like this, we can able to store our result inside a particular file. Now, one question, why we are storing the result inside a file? Is there any work?
Because we might want to make reports later.
Pardon, please.
Because we might want to make reports later of what we find.
Whatever we find, we want to check it later.
Yes, sir.
Yes, fine. It is a right one. And something else. So one thing is here that if we are scanning, so much scanning commands we are running over here. Okay. So how will we remind it? How will we remind it? As an attacker also, as an penetration tester also. So what we are actually doing, we are actually passing those particular result into a file. Then after that, we are looking to those files and remembering it or recalling it, what exactly we found out. Second thing, if we want to send send the particular report to the organization, so at that time we are also going to send these files to the organization so that he can also able to show that these particular results are being there whenever we run the commands, because the organizations are don't know about aware about these commands. They are not ever aware about the network scanning or footprinting or some kind of stuffs are there or not. Okay, so when we show them that, see, these are the information which we have fetched at the time of penetration testing, so they will actually rely on us that, okay, fine, you are actually done the task at the particular time period, because when we are showing this one, it is showing a particular date and time over here. Okay, and also scanning the IP address, it is also showing the scanning the IP address of a particular IP address which I have done. Okay, so like this, and also the name of the whatever the name of the computer name is, so it will feasible for them that, okay, fine, they are actually done their job quietly well. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So that is anything you want to ask?
आई हैड क्वेरी कि इतनी सारी कमांड्स होती हैं ये अटैक करने के लिए, बट एक परफेक्ट सीक्वेंस क्या होता है, कब हमें क्या, एक परफेक्टली
जिस
रोड मैप
जिस
कि पहले हमें
जिस
क्या
जिस
ढूंढना चाहिए.
हाँ, जिस सीक्वेंस से मैंने रन किया है ना, उसी सीक्वेंस से ही रन कराना है. First, we are run the normal Nmap commands with the help of SN, SP. Okay. Then after that, SV. Then after that, ST, SS, SF, SX, SN. Then move to the commands which I have told today to you. This is the sequence. I am actually running the command in the sequence order. So whenever I run the command, see, more and more informations I showed you in yesterday's class. The informations, the less informations are showing over there. Now it is showing more and more informations.
Why,
Hmm?
अगर if I want to dig deeper, then क्या resources and कुछ books, या क्योंकि इसकी बहुत limited है, कुछ भी वो करो तो inappropriate आ जाता है.
Nothing would be there in the over the internet. Okay. If anything you are trying to check over the internet, you will not find over there.
Main issue is this only कि मतलब कुछ भी अगर पूछो ना नेट पे कमांड्स मिलते ना कुछ, ना AI will help either. तो वही कि मतलब इसके लिए कुछ रिसोर्सेज जहाँ ये कर पाए, क्योंकि ये अवेलेबल ही नहीं है इन्फॉर्मेशन.
I will tell you tomorrow. Okay. I have some resources. First, I have to look on over there. What are the resources available right now over there? Then I will tell you. Okay.
Basically
One thing I know,
जहाँ पे आपने
one thing I memorized. Try Hack Me. You heard about Try Hack Me website?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
yes sir, yes sir.
Try Hack Me. Not here. Yeah. Try Hack Me. Cybersecurity training. It is showing. So from here you can able to study it. It will provide you a basic lab environments, and the problem statements is also over there, and also the methods by which you can able to solve those problems. Each and everything is provided over here. One thing which I am memorizing, this particular website helps you. Okay. Learn cybersecurity, try hack me cyber training. See why it is not opening up. I think so. Right now the server is down or something is not correct with the website. So that's why it is not running. Wait a minute, just check what is the speed I am getting right now. Okay, I am not getting the speed also. Okay, you try it in your home. Try hack me website. Okay, it opens up. So you have to first create an account. Okay, over here, a login is here. When you click on login, it will ask you to create the account. When you create an account, after that, it will provide you the learning stuffs, practice stuffs, education purpose stuffs. So regarding to the hacking, it will provide you all the things. Okay. Got it? To try this website, it will help you. Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. So I'm ending my today's session. We will continue our session by tomorrow. Okay, same time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.